All right. Welcome to Golden Saucer Diet Podcast, episode 262, April 30th, 2020. It's Joey.
Kyle.
Wesley.
You
Look,
blurred
it's Wesley!
Oh, it's played back. I can
He's
hear it.
It's right
He's
there.
like right there. Look
Yeah.
at it. He's like right there.
So, yeah, look at him. He's right there.
I'm right there.
For whatever reason, my shit's mirrored. Kyle's, I don't care. Maybe. I don't know. Wesley's isn't. I'm using
I'm doing great.
I got a webcam mic and this mic, which is if I move this, they can't hear me. Whatever, then you can't. It's a nightmare. It's
You
great.
definitely sound like shit, so whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
You can turn me up in your headphones.
It's not a matter of volume.
Wow.
All right. So this whole time I thought you were echoing. I forgot I had the Twitch stream open.
Is it working? Does it sound good?
Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah.
And
Stream's
then-
super up. I can definitely hear everything.
Close it then. Fuck that shit. I should
That shit.
probably open the restream chat, and I should probably change the name of the thing. So what's going on, guys? Let's bullshit for a few minutes while I make small talk while I do all these things I was supposed to do a minute ago.
Make small talk. It's fine.
I miss going outside.
You can go outside. Like, don't even
Let me phrase that.
pretend.
I miss going places with friends.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
You miss me being at your house?
Yeah. You just cook food.
I'm just there cooking food for you.
And now I just have to do that.
I just have other people that like I cook food for a lot now.
I know. I mess up his hat.
It's just like a thing I do a lot.
All I'm saying, if like you and Emily move in the same room and like I just don't go to Japan for whatever reason, what's up?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, what's up?
What's up?
You're like, I'm serious, but like I'm going to Japan, so
Yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to be in Japan. So the nice thing is, like, where we been for 4 months, right? Like, and where's Alf? So, obviously,
I don't like. I don't want to go. Where have we been for 4 months? And then where's Alf? And then you go coronavirus.
coronavirus. Alf, he said he had a sore throat, so I told him, don't come near me. Don't have to pick up this webcam. Go home and rest. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's not
It
that
could be
big of a deal.
transmittable through webcam. They've done
It-
testing.
There's not enough information known about it, but it's fine. The 4th we're reopening, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the El Presidente about it and see what he says about it. If we
do you guys know that it's just gonna be safe in 4 days.
Yeah, in 4 days.
Yeah,
it all goes
everything
away.
will be
It all blows
fine.
over.
You could just go out and like exist among people in 4 days.
Is this just Florida or is this?
No, it's just us. Like
Okay.
our governor is. For those of us, those people who don't know, all three of us are located in the state of Florida, and our governor has decided to. We've been on a stay-at-home order for almost 30 days.
He's just decided that people are for sale.
And, let's not get too political. He's just decided. that,
Jacksonville Beach open though. I'm sure.
there you go. He decided the beaches were open last week, and no one died.
No sunbathing. You can loiter.
You can't loiter. They arrested a guy for loitering on the dunes, and it turned out he had like a warrant for his arrest for murdering somebody. So,
I think that's why they arrested him. They
yeah,
were waiting for the excuse to bring him in.
they're like, finally, we
Don't
got
need
him. We got him.
If you have a warrant for someone's
Look.
arrest for murder,
Would you believe
That's
me
the
if I told you I don't know a lot about being arrested?
Wesley's like,
have I been arrested? I got arrested once.
I got arrested for I don't even call it public attacks, open container. I was drunk and I walked
Yeah.
out of a bar holding 2 beers like this, and like, where are you going? I'm like, with you.
Wherever you say it's cool to go. Yeah, sorry.
The back of your vehicle.
Can I drink these? I kind of
So
paid for them.
the time that I almost got in trouble for open container, I had a Zephyr Hills bottle that was full of vodka, and I was walking in downtown Gainesville, and a cop came up to me and he was like,
Hey, is that piss?
he was like, hey, what's in that? And I was like, water. And then he was like, prove it. And I was like, okay. So I just drank a bunch of it, and then I was like, delicious. very, very refreshing.
He
You're like, it's distilled water.
And he just went, fair enough.
he knows what's up. He's
Some super cool cop is going around getting people to get super wasted.
like doing
I mean,
cake
like
stand.
I was pretty clearly already drunk in public, and
Yeah.
he was like, that's not something that's super high up on my radar.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm in the office. Kyle is at home. Wesley's at his home. We're all in separate places. The nice thing about social distancing is like it's made a lot of the technology like sort of catch up. You know, like this is something we could have done before.
Dude, a ton of companies have like come out and been like, oh shit, this is actually like a lot better. Like it cuts down on people's like aggravation because there's no commute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you see that a bunch of people who are working on Smash Brothers DLC talked about like their experience of working from home, and they say that the productivity is,
They're
is
like,
better.
No one's on Twitter calling me the F word.
I mean, sure, and like also like apparently like they're saying that like a lot of people just like prefer different temperatures like at where they were working, so like they're
Well, there's a lot to be said.
There's a ton of benefits from working.
There's a lot to be said for being comfortable. The hardest part is like, one of the reasons I'm in an office is that like if I were to be at home, there wouldn't be a quiet space. There wouldn't be a quiet for my mic. I'd be like, we've been there where I'm like, you gotta shut these kids up. Like we can hear them, and then you can hear me talking bad about my kids like very very vocally. So
that got darker. I was gonna make a joke about John Krasinski dying.
Ooh.
Because you said something about A Quiet Place.
No. Oh, spoiler on that movie. It's
John Krasinski's not dead for real.
Oh.
It's a character.
Did you think that he died? And like I was the one.
Yeah. I thought that wasn't real.
Well, she's like, this isn't my. This
Movies
isn't
ain't real.
That big fucking thing fucking killed him. It was crazy.
Why they keep putting commercials in movies? The movie's going on. Like I'm just missing a part of the movie for this.
Yeah. But I figured, what better time to knock the rust off and talk about games when we got nothing but time to play games.
A lot of time.
Especially when there's only one game to talk about, and it ain't fucking Doom Eternal. It ain't Final Fantasy VII. It's fucking Animal Crossing. All day, every day. Oh, I can put mine in the stream, but I'm not going to. I have mine.
Just start capping? Yeah.
Look at that shit.
Cap'n, I believe Cap'n's the name of that turtle. That
he's not in it yet.
He's a Kappa. He's a Kappa.
I know he's a Kappa.
What are they gonna?
But Kappas are turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell's my degree?
Oh yeah, I bet you have a degree in fucking.
He's got a degree in turtles.
Cryptozoology.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure that doesn't fall into the literature half of languages and literature.
Oh my god. Your Vaseline screen is killing us.
Shut up! I can't fix it.
Use your degree.
My degree's not Vaselining.
Oh man. But yeah, so for those of you who don't know, we usually bullshit around a little bit. Talk about what the fuck we've been playing, talk about the news, and then fuck around a lot more, and then that's pretty much the show. Kyle said he's got some hot dinner he's got to make, so this is more of a short show to proof of concept, see if we can get it working, mainly for me.
Workout tweaks.
Yeah, I gotta it took me 20 minutes to figure out how to get the stupid screen to capture, right? So, and then another 5 minutes to figure out how to get my mic to work, and I'm still not even using the mic I want. So, but it's probably fine. But all right, anyone have anything interesting they want to talk about, or just want to talk about how much you love Animal Crossing and how jealous we all are that Kyle has Raymond?
Ooh, don't do me like that, man.
I literally got that guy by accident, and then later found out that people like him.
He's a cat.
He's kind of like a studious businessman that just kind of exists. I don't know. I don't think he's cool, like by any stretch of the imagination.
Wow.
I think you're currently got hit harder by it because you've never played an Animal Crossing game before, and I'm already dealing with. I know a lot of people are where you just get the hard Animal Crossing burnout, which is the difficulty of playing Animal Crossing games because it's on a 24-hour cycle. Like it is literally you have to be there every day, and you start getting very efficient at it. Yeah, but
This
a
one's not as
lot
bad.
of people.
I make the argument though now that like while I was like kind of like grasping the thralls of dealing with that stuff,
Mhm.
it was like you said, like to a degree entertaining. Now I've come to the conclusion that the game just doesn't respect my time.
Oh, it does. You just gotta make your chores so efficient that you. I mean, you don't. There's nothing you have to do in that game. You don't have to do anything.
Right.
Like
Right.
you can just let
I
it
know.
go. You can just let it go.
The
And,
only
like,
thing
there's
you
no
can
punishment.
do to
I'm well aware.
yeah. The only thing you do to maintain is, yep, I talk to my villagers once a day.
Talk to 10 little dudes and call it a day. That's all you gotta do. And then-
Yeah, but like also like if you don't want to like violate the time traveling thing, which I never have because like the developers didn't intend me to do that, so I'm just not going to.
Mhm.
But like I don't like being punished for like being somebody who stays up late. I don't like being punished for somebody who doesn't want to deal with shit on Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are kind of my biggest concerns with the
Okay.
game. Is
As
that
in, like, the stores close after a point and
yeah, like I mean, like if
turnips
it's a
are only
game,
until noon. Yeah.
if it's a game about like making my shit better and everything costs money, then why am I being limited to the time that like there's literally fucking two of them. There's Timmy and Tommy. One of them could work night. That's all I'm saying. Like it's like
I know what you're saying. The realistic answer is to adjust the time clock so that you're in line. Your game, you're in line where, oh, my character wakes up at 9, so your game clock's set at 4 or whatever.
It's also interesting because this was an issue they dealt with in the previous game, where you could have an ordinance for your town, your village, and at least in New Leaf, where like you could be like, I want it set to night owl, so the stores are just open later and everything is like pushed a couple hours. Like, there's a lot of things that it like, especially with like this big 1.2 patch that just came out, a lot of stuff that were in the game seem to be being like rolled out back into the current game.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they're doing the thing where, like, not to call New Horizons an incomplete game because everything's there, but they're definitely doing the thing where they're like, oh well, we're masking all the holidays behind that, we're going to patch them in as they come along so that way you can't spoil it. But there's definitely like, you definitely get the thing like, so you don't want anyone to spoil it or you didn't do it, and we're like, because now Rover is going to be here, right? Everyone's like, where's Rover? And like now he's going to be here in a couple days in one of the hedge mazes. There's hedge mazes.
Oh, for the Mayday Rover, the cat, the one that like
cat.
Introduces you.
Yeah. And so, and then Leaf showed up for already this week, so
Leaf is just going to be a normal reoccurring. So is Red.
Right, Red just showed up, and they like that secret beach was there the whole time, and I'd like put my giant monster statue back there.
So did you also do that?
Yeah.
Every time anyone comes to my island, I go, he guards the northern shores.
Yeah, exactly.
And Red just docks there.
Yeah,
he just doesn't guard it.
He's like, get this shit out of my way. Ugh.
Is your secret beach small enough like mine where you have to pick up the monster statue to get onto Red's ship?
Yeah. So I moved the monster statue. He guards my turnips.
I don't move that fucking thing. I pick it up and put it back down.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, Red, I don't want you to feel welcome.
The Red's only been to my island twice, so. But see, that's another thing. They just patched it in,
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're like.
Have they patched in being able to like create multiple items at the same time yet? Or
No
quality of life things like
that. And
tomorrow starts a new month, right? So tomorrow will be the May Day event, I think, for the full week, so the 1st to 7th. And then they're also, obviously, that means new bugs and new fish, and that just means tomorrow I get to spend the whole day digging up manila clams and crafting fish bait one at a time.
I spent all night last night, like, I went to Mystery Island just so I can catch a tuna, because the Mystery Island is the best way to do it, because you can force them to spawn. You can force them to spawn at the pier, quicker, and then
and you have a higher chance of rare fish on Mystery Tours. Yep.
So
I'm sure we don't want to sit here and talk about Animal Crossing all day, but I will say that I am blown away. I mean, obviously the popularity of it is partially tied to everyone needing to stay inside, but like the insane secondhand market that has just exploded for trading and selling of like items and turnips and stuff. Because like the idea of like selling turnips, right? That's built into the game. Like you want to have friends you can talk to, like, hey, what are your prices today? Things like that. That's fine, but like there is, I'm in a Discord server that has like over 100,000 people. That's just for like buying and selling items in Animal Crossing, like trading villagers. You can be like, oh hey, I've got these items. You can come to my island to pick them up, so they're in your catalog. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it is insane the amount of like just secondary, like almost like communal support. And I have not had a bad experience with anyone yet. Like, it's insane.
The game doesn't foster that kind of behavior, I feel like.
There are
I'm
some
sure I guarantee that they exist, but it's got to be like the anomaly, like
right. Yeah,
there's a couple shitters, and there's like a lot of kids who don't understand like the etiquette and stuff like that. But that's just, you know.
And I'm sure that you just get ostracized immediately, right? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're existing in a Discord community, it's a bunch of people who are like-minded. Like, you're just like, there's probably just so few people who exist. Like, I'm not saying there aren't, because like always outliers, but like,
right.
I just guarantee that like the majority of people are just goal oriented and would prefer for things to happen like as quickly and efficiently as possible, while still like maintaining a level of reputation with the community to like keep you, you know, in good enough standing to continue doing that kind of shit. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, the game is like, I mean, in my experience, like, Animal Crossing was that game that I knew about on the GameCube, and then like on the DS, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, the people who liked it on the GameCube play on the DS. And then like when they added City Folk, I was like, this is kind of weird. And then like I finally jumped on at New Leaf, and I was like, oh, I see why everyone likes this. This makes sense. This is totally a fun game.
That was about the same for me. I really didn't actually like play heavily until New Leaf.
Yeah, and then like just the amount of people who have like a deep, endearing love for the game, and like, you know, it's like, especially now, like, you know, everyone's going to say like it's a great quarantine game, you know, because it gives you something to do, a structure to play every day, something to engage with. And you know,
also just like what you were saying, Joey, is that like on top of having structure, but it's also just like a measure of normality.
Yeah.
Like in like a time period where like you just don't, everything's so uncertain, so like
right, and there's no pressure. Like, you know,
when I started heavily playing Animal Crossing, it's starting to fall off, but like a couple weeks ago, Animal Crossing literally fixed my sleep schedule to the point where, like, because the daily reset is 5 a.m.
Yeah.
So like my natural clock started waking up at like 4:30, and then I would be asleep at like 10 o'clock. And, you know, eventually it pushed so that like, but I was like, you know, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. was like my waking time, which is insane because that's just like a normal functioning human.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it can get you online to do things like, you know, like, especially if you like really drill down into, like, this one hasn't had the thing like other ones did where the villagers will be like, hey, can I come over to your house at 2:00 for
I noticed that. I was really surprised. It took me more than a week before a villager had a request for an item.
Yeah.
Or like even finding a lost item was like, oh, whoa, okay.
Yeah, right. I definitely feel like the villagers, like, you hit the canned responses really quick, you know, like they're like, hey, what's going on, you know, blah, blah, blah. Remember when Wesley came over from, I don't remember.
Or should I say?
Yeah, and then that's it. You know, you're like, I already saw that. You don't have anything new to tell me. You know, you're not going to tell me how you get. You know, but
have you gotten to the point where they start cycling about you digging up fossils?
I've gotten some tooltips.
My villagers will not shut up about, oh, so you dug a bunch of fossils yesterday. I go, there's 4 every day.
Yeah.
Did you get them assessed? I go, my fossils are complete. All right. Cool.
Mine were telling me about how to plant hybrid flowers today.
Oh.
So, yeah.
About a month late.
Yeah, thanks. Exactly. So.
Thanks to Santa's.
What Wesley's referencing there is like, I've been closed for a month, and then the governor's like, you didn't have to be closed. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
No, you just have to minimum operations.
Thanks.
Yeah, he didn't say that, but he issued an executive order, whatever.
Yeah.
You don't want to get political, but
no.
That's a very good reference, though. Thank you. Yeah. So it's been playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
Fun. I mean, I like it.
I'm still on the daily.
Yeah, I had a turnip spike week. I only cracked like 350, but it was fine.
That's very nice, yeah. Mine were like, 130 a day. It was nothing. I didn't even buy turnips this Sunday. I'm officially
just
just sitting on. I'm sitting on 7 million bells in the bank.
Build some inclines and some bridges.
You can only have a max of 8 of each. I just don't need them. Yeah.
Change the color of your house.
I did it enough to get the stamp. I was like, let me go back to this other mailbox today. All right.
I didn't know you can change the mailboxes. Someone had to tell me.
Yeah, once you unlock it, it's a pretty neat system. But you know, it's like, again, the daily grind's fun for me. Like, I personally enjoy it, you know. And lately, like, my mom, who is not interested in video games at all, like, bugs me to sit down so that we can play Animal Crossing.
Well, she probably likes, like, the villagers are cute. You know what I'm saying? They're fun. Like,
she yells at me to decorate stuff, and holy crap, Joey, she's just turned into you. She just wants me to put those stupid throwback wrestling figures everywhere.
Yeah.
I went to someone's island and they were selling one, and she forced me to buy it. It's the one with the pig mask, the bobblehead one. Yeah.
I have 2 or 3 of them.
She won't shut up about it. She wants me to put it everywhere.
If you have if you go to my side room, I have like the
I know
mask.
you have the set. I told her.
And then I have like 3 of the wrestlers like lined up with one of the nutcrackers in there.
Yeah. And do you have the wallpaper yet?
I don't have the wallpaper. I just got the.
I have the wallpaper. I'll give you the wallpaper.
I have the blue ring, the red ring, the blue corner, red corner, and neutral corner. I have the judge. I have the bell. I need I got a couple other things.
Joey's just making a wrestling ring.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm trying to decide if I want the because I'm doing the store, so I'm like trying to decide if I want
okay.
So I got to build the manga shelf.
Do you know how much those suck to make? It takes 10 books.
10 magazines.
It's magazines for manga. It's 10 books for the library wall.
Yeah.
Just, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You get a catalog. You're like, all right, I'll buy. I gotta buy 2 of the records because I need 1 for my wall, 1 to register. So that leaves me 3 magazines today.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. That's what you should be doing with all your 7 million bells. Just buying all that dumb stuff. That's what you just do. That's what you need to do. You just need to go everyone's island and just start cataloging everything.
Yeah.
Just buy stuff, throw it on the fucking ground, be like, I bought your shit. There it is. Bye.
Smell you out later.
I bought you that $99,000 TV.
Yeah.
Why is it up $99,000?
You know, lately I've been like I was saying, like there's a huge like secondary community for buying and selling things. I buy a lot of DIY recipes. Like that's what I'm saving my bells for.
Yeah.
Because I just find having the, you know, if I can have the recipe, then the recipe's just better than the item. So. Except I messed up and I spent like a decent amount to get the pine tree bonsai. The thing requires pine cones to make, which is only the font. I was like, you time traveling, cheating. I got this recipe. I can't make this thing for like 6 months.
Oh my god.
I won't be in the country when I can make, dude. What the? Man.
Easy.
Man. Fun game. Real good.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's the thing is, like, it's got, like, so much stuff set into it. And, like, you know, this is really, really weird. Like, I haven't ran into anyone with Southern Hemisphere yet. I feel like you could just, like, run the table if you were, like, two accounts.
I've seen some people like, oh, hey, I'm in Southern Hemisphere. You can come catch fish and bugs. Like, it's this much to enter my island. Like, I've seen that. But
yeah.
Just throw down the old rope fence. You go, you can't go in yet.
I mean, you saw. Did you come to mine? You see where I built like the
no, I didn't see yours, but I've seen people have them, you know, like, roped off and stuff.
Yeah, I just took the picket fence
Stop
and
people
like.
From.
I have jail bars for it, but I was like, no, that's too much. That's too much iron. I'll just use this fence. I'll just use this fence they gave me. So, all right, Kyle, you have any thoughts on Animal Crossing? I know you said you're falling off of it when we were talking off mic.
Oh no, I mean, like, I don't mean to seem like the guy who's like not down on it, because like I played that game for like at least 100 and like my Switch report's like 175 hours or some shit like that. I'm sure a lot of it's like falling asleep, but
then you remember World of Warcraft. That's the thing.
I did remember that World of Warcraft exists.
It's the same game. It's the same game.
All right.
Are you telling me those not fetch quests and dailies and
okay. Okay.
Tom the raid boss?
Okay.
Gotta slay that mortgage. Kyle's not impressed. He's like, fuck that, Joey. All right. Did anyone want to talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake? Kyle, I know you played a little bit.
I was just in a fucking hyper lag spike for like.
Yeah, you were. You were just sitting there dead still. And I was like, I guess we're just gonna wait.
I was just like, I don't know what's happening, so I'm just gonna wait it out.
Yeah. Do you want to talk? We were talking trash.
I mean, that's fair. You said something about FF7, and like I played, like maybe 10 hours of it.
I have a friend that completed it. Like they called it their game of the year, but they're like, I just don't want to play it again. Like at least this chapter, right? Because it's like sectioned. But
from what I played of it, I don't care for it.
I heard it's real hallway simulator, but
If I'm being like 100% with you gents, I think that it takes liberties that it doesn't need to take, and the things that it needs to stay true to, it doesn't. And like it being episodic is like already just like a big fuck you to me, and
yeah,
it does that thing that like anime does, where like voice acting like is like I don't know, like maybe it might be better in like the Japanese, but like
it's always better in the original Japanese. But go on.
It's really fucking difficult to listen to. Like there's just like so much voice acting that's just like actually bad. Like
did you get to creepy hand massage yet?
The what?
Did you ever get to the creepy hand massage?
No.
But it's a hand massage.
I was like on my way to like blow up like the second reactor or something like that.
Oh, so you're 3 hours into the game.
That's like the first hour of the first game, bud.
No, I'm saying, yeah, exactly. It's like,
yeah, like it's just, I don't know. It just like, remember when I was saying that like Animal Crossing, I felt like I was annoyed that it didn't respect my time.
mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy VII Remake is way worse about it, and there's way less to do in that game. I had more fun throwing darts in Final Fantasy VII Star than I did like with its like PS2 fucking like
PS1
bad hack. No, I mean like its combat system is like very like Devil May Cry. Like I just like mash this button until a thing dies, and like I just like, yep. PS2.
There you go. Mash button.
I just like. I don't like much about it, honestly. Like
I like the soundtrack. Banging.
Yeah.
Even the soundtrack, like takes like some liberties that I just don't think is good. Like I think there are times where it's very good, but there are other times where like it's just like going so far away from the source material that like. There's also just like stuff from other Final Fantasies in it, like
right. They're supposed to tie this into like it's actually a secret sequel or something now.
They've changed enough where it's got to be something.
Apparently, somebody told me that like it links to Final Fantasy X.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
I think their riff on One Winged Angel is very good.
Yeah,
I don't think they mess up the good music, but yeah.
I don't know. I like the fucking banging battle tunes. I like the fucking fact they use that shitty song of Bullet with Valentine Wings in the fucking commercial. It's really good. I'm
going to say something insane. You ready for this? The story was already convoluted in the original, but they made it even more convoluted.
Right.
And like I've never really even enjoyed Final Fantasy games for that reason, which is insane because one of my favorite series is Kingdom Hearts, which is just the most nonsense storyline. But like Final Fantasy VII Remake, they like those really already super confusing storyline. Let's just make it way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like
they just added so much and like retcon certain things. It's just
7 does this thing where like they spend a bunch of time building up like this giant reveal of Sephiroth. Like it takes forever for you to even see the dude. He's like literally in like the first 5 minutes of this game. Like literally like you turn the game on, Cloud's just like having visions of him. Like it just like doesn't understand like how to tell a story. Like this game is like it's like the same thing as like they made several Hobbit films. You know what I mean? Like they're doing that thing where they're like, oh, but it's too big for that. And it's like, yeah, but it doesn't have to be. Like you literally could like trim all this fucking crap. Like dude, there was like fucking mission. Like don't get me wrong. Like I'm super happy to see cats in video games, like always. But like there's literally like a fucking like 12-minute mission where you're just walking around like trying to get cats to like hang out with you, and like it's just like why? There's just no reason for this.
Summons.
I think the biggest issue with it is that when they decided to make it, to me at least, it feels like they very clearly made this game for people that played the original. And so they wanted them to not be bored with the idea of it, so they tried to change a lot and sort of riff on it and change certain parts, whereas it just, and this really kind of plays it with your sort of their reveal of Sephiroth immediately, right? Like it's just, yeah, we all know he's there, but you know, if he didn't play the original, you don't understand the build up to how important that is. Like you just see him as a well-known Final Fantasy character, and I think that's a really big drawback of this game.
I don't know. Like for me, like I'm not like I don't have a lot of love for 7. It just because of where it falls in the technological aspects. You know. I think
right after 6, which is amazing.
Well, that and
where it falls.
or 3 if you're from here.
Yeah. Come on now.
Going into like the foray as the first 3D Final Fantasy, you know, and I understand like it is truly revered because it's a lot of people's first Final Fantasy, first RPG, and their first big game that they actually
first 3D Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that they cared about, and so, you know, and like I can for $60, and you know this has been my problem like a lot of the times like. They gave you your $60 worth, right? Like whether you want that or not. And
are we comparing that to Animal Crossing?
That's what I'm gonna give you your $60.
Can we do some math on the amount of hours?
Yeah, don't do this. This is the you're about to fucking face the wrath.
No. We both know where I'm going with this. Like
Joey's got a whole argument against
dollars per hour game per dollar hour or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean my argument is this is that you bought something that you already a known quantity for $60, a remake, you know. Like
only it's not a known quantity because we knew it was episodic. We didn't know where the episode ended.
Right. But I'm just saying, you know what the story is, you know what the content, you know the characters, you know, you're getting something retold to you, right? Like Kyle said with the Hobbits, right?
Sure.
And so, like you know, is it worth it for $60? And like stretching it out and telling more of the story and developing more of the side characters and you know, changing the battle system.
That's the problem. Is it's like not only is it fleshing out side characters, it's like fleshing out random passerby characters.
It's like reading extended universe for like Star Wars characters. You're like, why does this character have such a backstory?
Like there's just like a fucking cutscene explaining why this guard is standing here doing his guard duty, and it's like I don't care. Nobody cares about this character. There's no reason for him to be like a focal point for even a second.
Because you know that, like, because you know what's going to happen with Midgar. You know that, you know what's going after Genova. You know about the Mako.
What are we playing? We're going to talk about Mass Effect. All right.
which I just thought was Mako my entire life, and then this game was like, no, it's. I mean, granted, that's how. You know,
it's pronounced in Japanese.
We still have the mana debacle.
You know what the worst part is? Do you know what the original pronunciation is in Hawaiian? It's mana. It's mana.
So funny enough that you say that word specifically, but in the video game itself, when President Shinra is talking about a Mako reactor, he just says mana reactor.
Yeah.
The voice actor
There's
says
just no
mana.
consistency. Yeah.
He says
that's
mana.
just very clearly a job of a voice coach and like a voice director that's on set to.
Right. He says mana, and it's mana and Mako, right? Mako. And then when you go to Secret of Mana, it's mana. So
yeah.
And then when you're playing Magic, it's mana. This is it's a bit. Who's on first? Right. But I don't know. I don't know. My problem is that it's split between generations, so you know, I'll eventually get to it. I just don't want to pay $60 for it, especially on a 1-year exclusivity.
I mean, there's no way it's not going to come out on.
I just have a
PlayStation 5 with some like bundle or some crap,
right?
You know.
Now it's the greatest hits the day it came out. That's just like Animal Crossing.
They'll be like, well, we can fit more data on a PS5 disc, so it's episode 1 and 2 or some crap, you know.
Yeah, buy episode 2, get episode 1 free in the download.
Where's my story so far disc?
You still have, they still haven't made the Ultimate Collection for you yet, where they just duct tape all the things together.
I can make that myself, Joey. What are you talking about? It's all in a bucket right over there under my TV.
Kyle, we haven't talked for a while. Do you want to talk about Doom for a minute? I know you got to cook some dinner here shortly.
Yeah.
Since I know you finished that, I know you liked it.
Doom Eternal is a fucking triumph. I think that as far as first-person shooters are concerned, it has the best movement and the best verticality out of like any first-person shooter I've ever played. The game's problems are pretty minimal. The things that like it kind of like does worse than the first games is First off, soundtrack's just worse.
Yeah,
Just-
Mick
They-
Gordon's
they-
come on and said that
yeah,
like, they fucked the
I know
mix.
Mick Gordon's saying that he's not working with them ever again. Like
Mhm.
he's like, I'm done working.
He did like a handful of tracks, and then even the ones that he did, apparently the sound director at Bethesda, or at id Software, was tasked with like remixing those also. So like,
Yeah, he didn't get to do the final mix.
which
so,
is
like,
insane.
It's
Like-
crazy. It's crazy. He's literally been there forever.
He's also just the most known part of the first of Doom
Yeah.
2016. Like it's just sorry.
I mean,
but-
prior to that, Mick Gordon's been working doing music for a long
Yeah.
time.
right, it's-
So it's just insane. Like that to me, that's like you make a Banjo Kazooie and you don't get Grant Kirkhope. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right,
He's
like
been-
it's-
like
he's
it's just like
that's
I don't know,
Primus no less Claypool. What the fuck is that band?
Still fine.
I couldn't even. It's not Prime from Star Wars. Like
Yeah,
um,
it's plus 44. It's just
Mm.
better than
so
Blood.
also the weird thing is like it's got this enemy that is kind of like it's designed to be derailing, but it's like weird because it doesn't follow like the traditional rules of the game.
Mhm.
Like the Marauder, and like I don't want to like really get super into it, but like it just doesn't act like any other like Doom scenario. Like Doom is very much like you're always like constantly moving very quickly, just like kind of run and gun shooting, and like the Marauder just completely switches your attention to like reacting to this one thing's attack. Like it becomes like a very like the whole game is about overpowering your enemies, like
Hmm.
you know what I mean, with like your insane arsenal, and that's just not how the Marauder works. He's just like invincible until you like make him not invincible.
Yeah.
And so like it's kind of like a weird thing that when you fight Marauders, like it's usually like as like an kind of a skill check, you know what I mean? Because like
Right.
they're very hard.
That's the skeleton with the dudes, right?
No, that's a
Mm,
Revenant.
that's a Revenant.
All
All right, way to laugh at that joke. All right,
Marauders are
yeah, they like big axe boys.
it's a big axe boy with a shield, and he summons dudes and stuff. Like they suck. They're fucking hard to fight.
Yeah,
I don't like- oh,
I hate a lot of stuff. I mean, like a lot of Doom is like this one more so than the last one is like, hey, everything you need to beat this encounter is here, regardless of how much ammo you came in with, how much health, how much armor. You know,
You're talking about like within the arena, like how the stages are
right,
built.
right. So the arena
So
usually
I
gives you,
haven't played either, so
right. They usually give you enough items in the arena to keep you from dying, and then
Mhm.
it'll kind of like soft check how much ammo you have and how much life you
Okay.
have, and disperse what the tools you need, as long as you're playing efficiently.
I mean,
And-
so like that's the thing is like the Marauder does still follow those rules. Like
Right.
it is still very much this fight is measured by like your kind of like Twitch reaction time, and like basically choosing a weapon that like kind of effectively deals with them. But the problem is that like there's just like a lot of waiting.
Mhm.
You just like have to be within like an optimal range. Like if you're too close, he does like this auto shotgun thing that hits you for a lot of damage and pushes you back. Otherwise, he's just running at you with his shield up, and he can't be hurt at all with his shield is up. And then he does this like axe charge thing,
Mm.
and when he does the axe charge thing is the only time that you're able to hit him to like put him into a weakened state to actually deal damage to him.
Hmm.
So no other enemy in this game functions in a way that like is like a bait and punish situation. Like you basically can just like bludgeon your way through everything in that game except Marauders.
Which is how I associate Doom. Like that's
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's just
okay.
kind of weird. Like you can't even if you fire a BFG ammo at it, it does nothing. You know what I mean? Like you can't chainsaw it. You can't
right.
crucible it. Like
Well, that's also part of the newer Doom experience is like puzzling out what you're supposed to do.
I agree,
Yeah.
and like I think it's fine. I think that the game uses them a little too much. There's just like after like you go like the first half of the game without even seeing one, and then there's like a big moment where you fight one, and it's very difficult because it's also one of the first like things that like speaks to you. You know what I mean? Like mostly it's
Mhm.
just like demons screaming and whatever, but like this thing has like words in English, and So like it's treated like this kind of a special occasion, but then after that they're just kind of peppered throughout the levels, and like
Mhm.
every time you're doing like one of the challenges, like the hell gates or whatever, it's just capped off with one of these assholes. And like if you just like don't have the ammo for it, you're just not beating them.
Mhm.
Because like every other occasion, if you need ammo, you chainsaw a guy and you get ammo. But that's just not how the Marauder works.
Whoa.
So I just like I think that like of everything else that exists in the game, it's very, very good. And like I think that having this like skill check in the game is fine. I just don't think that every level needs a Marauder in it in order for like you to be like, hey, remember how Doom just like kind of punishes you every once in a while? Like they introduce a new guy and you fight it as a boss, and then later you fight it as normal guys in the
Yeah.
level. It does that with the Marauder, and it just doesn't need to.
Mhm.
I would just rather fight way more guys. You know what I mean? Like that's just the beauty of Doom, is that like I want to kill 100 guys in 20 seconds. Like that's what I like about Doom. Not spend 5 minutes trying to kill this one guy.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like I just like I think it just slightly detracts from the overall experience, but like otherwise, I think Doom is an absolute triumph.
And you finished it off. You got an hour count on what you did
Yeah,
there?
yeah. You could probably get through
Ballpark.
the storyline if you suck at first person shooters like me. Like I'm just fucking garbage at first person shooters. I got through it I think in like 9 hours,
Not too bad.
something like that. Which is kind of like your typical Doom experience. And then like I went back and got all the secrets. And so
Oh,
I
yeah.
probably put like 15 hours into the game total.
Word.
Yeah, and those Hellgates too. Like, you know.
Yeah, some of the Hellgates feel like really intuitive. Like you just find them throughout. Like you're doing the level and you find the Hellgate and you do it and it
Mhm.
feels fine. Some other ones are way more hidden. So like, because you have to find a key. Like the key's hard to find. You find the gate's just there, and then you
Mhm.
like find the key to unlock it. The keys are obviously more hard to find than the actual gates themselves. But
Alrighty. Well,
pretty fucking sweet game. Not only that, like in the first Doom, like I found myself, and by first Doom I mean Doom 2016. I found myself kind of leaning more heavily on like 2 or 3 guns specifically, whereas Doom Eternal I use everything.
yeah,
Like to include like switching the gun types, like putting the scope on the battle rifle, or like switching between frag grenades and cryo grenades, like.
you get the fucking flamethrower. I don't remember what it's called.
Flammenwaffen.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah. The flamethrower is just like a thing that's on your shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like if you're playing that game on higher difficulty and you're not using the flamethrower effectively, you're just not winning.
It refills your armor, right?
Yeah. If you burn guys and then shoot them while they're on fire, they just drop armor.
There you go. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. All right. This is where we normally do the news. There's news. I mean,
Everything's bad.
No, I mean there's video game news.
Oh, okay. Some things are bad. Everything's delayed.
No, I mean like I don't want to get like too into it, but like the biggest thing is what the controversy with The Last of Us 2. Spoilers aplenty out there now because allegedly there is a called a payroll dispute from someone who feels like Naughty Dog isn't paying their employees appropriately, and allegedly they just leaked out the game and all of the plot points. And so Naughty Dog answered back by saying, well, it's coming out in 6 weeks, so yay. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would say that, like, based off the news, if, we haven't talked about it here, but if you've been following what's been happening with Borderlands, like, the pay structure for people who work on games isn't great. Because they
crunch time thing.
Right, they got crunch and they're taking a lower pay. We could work on a prestige game to get some of the bonuses that when a game does pretty well. and then if a game takes longer to do well, then those bonuses take longer. So you're kind of like waiting on this bonus and hoping it shows up. Meanwhile, the game is like the number one selling game, and you're like, well, where's my number one check? So that's allegedly, it's still too early to say exactly that's what's going on, but I wouldn't be surprised if, there's something going on there. But, if you care about The Last of Us 2, be careful how you Google, what you search for, give it another couple weeks and they'll probably subside. Did you guys get your free PlayStation 4 games?
I don't have a PlayStation 4.
Oh my god! Log on.
Kyle sold it to me.
Joe, you took the PlayStation 4 back that I was playing. Remember?
Oh, I sold that.
Yeah, I know.
I hope so. That's why you took it.
It's in Atlanta. I paid the lights.
I'm proud of you.
Anyway,
just sell it to your landlord. I got trade you.
I don't talk about.
This is the retail value.
Hey, look, man. This is a third of a rent. Do what you want. I'll take a quarter. Sony giving away Uncharted. One of them,
like the bundle, isn't it?
The Nathan Drake collection and Journey for free.
Yeah.
For their stay-at-home bundle prize.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Like the Uncharted Journey, you know what I mean? That's like, even if you're going fast, that's still like 25 hours of gameplay at least.
Yeah.
Journey's like a half-hour gameplay, but it's a very good half-hour.
It's like 2 hours. But
it takes you 2 hours to get through Joey. Whenever you get to the part where you're like,
the first time,
you get more things if you like your shirt thing gets more designs every time you clear it. Yeah. No, not like the white and stuff, but like every time you clear it, you get like a new stack of pattern. Oh, dude, I was like running through that game in like a half hour.
Oh my god. Okay, well, it's still a good game.
It's an insanely good game. It's a game I wish Sony would like just let be on other consoles, because you can only play it on a PS3 or PS4.
Sorry.
Still.
Flower. You get Flower.
Yeah, I couldn't believe like Ni no Kuni hitting the Switch. I was like so excited because I haven't played it since PS3. Like,
it was on sale the other day.
I have a physical copy.
Okay. All right, there's nothing in the chat, so I'm closing it. Microsoft has announced that they're going to have a game showcase for the Xbox Series X on May 7th. So within a week time, we should know about the Xbox Series X games. I'm just gonna go off some quick ones here. They announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then Kyle said that he pre-ordered a Assassin's Creed game for the first time since they announced a pirate one.
Did you really?
I didn't pre-order it. I said.
But you plan on playing it?
I will probably dip a toe into.
I mean, I'll pick it up. I really enjoyed how they did Origins and Odyssey. I really enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed the change of the.
They were too big.
I disagree. I want a big world for Assassin's Creed.
They're huge. I got past the prologue and I was like, yeah, that was a prologue.
Joe, you have two children. And you work every day. That game is not for you.
But yeah, Animal Crossing surprisingly is the game for me. It's just like, oh, thank God, I got 30 minutes. All right. Battlefield's coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X. Big surprise, right?
Weird.
What is it? The trailer came out for crap. I forgot the name of it. The sweary game. It's a meme for Switch.
Yeah.
Starts with a D.
Dissidia?
Yeah, Dissidia. There it is.
Right.
Dang it.
It's a Square game? Why have they emailed me?
No. Sweary.
Oh, that is.
It's the one that's a meme. Deadly Premonition 2. There we go. Watch that trailer. Pretty good.
Ooh, Joey, I got a game for you. Life is Strange 2 free trials now out.
Oh my god, I probably already own it. I probably bought that the day it came out like an idiot. What is it? Did we talk about the PlayStation? We haven't been here to talk about the PlayStation 5 controller. The thing looks terrible, but yeah, we'll wait and talk about that.
I currently have no real drive to purchase any of the new consoles, honestly.
They really gotta like announce some like real crazy first party stuff for me to like jump on board. Like maybe...
we're also at the point. like we're at the point where consoles are just pushing 4K for games, right? So like if you're okay, cool, I bought a $500 console, but now I have to buy a $1,000 television.
You could get a crappy 4K TV for $200.
Are you kidding me?
Look
Joe,
on, like it's blowout
Joe,
crazy. It's blowout crazy.
I'm leaving the country, but let me get that 4K.
You're just gonna go to Japan.
But it's a smart TV, and there's no video in, and you get a USB port. Good luck. There's one HDMI.
Yeah, that's all you need. Hook your Chromecast up to that bitch.
Let me stream my Xbox to my
Chromecast.
Get
your Xbox One, and then the Xbox One has an extra video whatever in it, and so then you put the Chromecast in that.
No, I'm gonna tell you the real play. So you get one of these that cap off of a USB Type-C. You stream the Xbox to your phone, cap it off your phone, HDMI out into the console. It's just no brainer. Out into the TV. It's just
this is
genius.
Great, good stuff. All right. I
Or
mean,
even. There's no news.
I'm gonna say that's most of the news. Like, there's other news, but I don't want to like dig too much into it, especially because we're like 4 months of news to talk about. Get the fuck out of here.
Like a lot of entertainment news is just currently kind of pumped the brakes.
Delay.
Yeah.
You know, what is it? I think you can still buy XCOM Chimera for $10 today.
Word.
If you're listening to this live, that's probably a good deal instead of $20.
You know, like Nintendo talked about, a lot of their stuff is currently delayed, which that makes sense. Japan has gotten some.
They had the second wave. They had the second wave. Second wave.
It took the prime minister like a month and a half to declare a state of emergency, and they originally just tried to roll it out in certain like prefectures, which are like kind of like states, like before finally declaring it nationwide. Yeah, and obviously some of that comes from like the Olympics and stuff, but I mean Japan's they're set to lose like $8 billion, the equivalent of like $8 billion, because the Olympics are getting pushed a year till 2021. Like it's pretty rough.
Gives them more time to make those upgrades that no one ever gets done in time. The IOC's like, if you can look into it, the IOC's full of shit. They're like, build this soccer stadium that we're only going to play 2 games in. Okay, bye.
Yeah, Japan's Olympics from the 80s, I want to say. Some of their facilities are still doing pretty good. They're still in use at least, but yeah.
See, all I can think of is Nagano. But then they had Tokyo too, didn't they?
Yeah, the Tokyo games, because I saw a couple of the stadiums when I was going through Tokyo. But yeah.
All right. Well, that's enough about talking about games. I recommend everyone watch High Score Girl Season 2. It's real awkward.
Joey, as soon as I saw those arcade machines in Animal Crossing, I was like, this is just Joey's stupid High Score Girl machines, these Japanese white arcade machines.
Yeah. I've been watching a little bit of that. It's pretty good. Like, it's real awkward, though. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch it.
You can just go watch The Office.
That would be less awkward. Because, like...
I don't believe you.
Wow.
I can't watch that show. It's just too awkward. I can't do that awkward humor.
Okay, well...
Just makes me feel awful every time it's on. Like,
It's the same picture.
Every good The Office scene has been clipped and put on YouTube.
That's true.
I don't need it in context.
What's his face with the chili?
Yeah.
Stanley's Pretzel Day.
Yeah. Why use many word when few word do trick?
I mean, like, realistically, it's all just like watching the pranks between
Dwight and Jim.
Yeah. Asian Jim. Yeah, like we've just seen them all. So when he cuts the face off all right, we're talking about The Office now. We gotta stop. We don't watch it, but we're talking about it. So
it's on. Just watch Community instead. Community's on Hulu.
Community on Netflix.
Yeah, watch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Watch that instead.
They've just gotten like their popularity spiked so hard when it got released, because like there's not a lot of after this sort of huge divergence of like streaming services, like everything kind of sucks now, but Community's just like an actually pretty good show. So it's
just no one watched it, and now it's new.
Yeah.
Like
seeing Donald Glover like pre-Childish Gambino is really weird. It's like seeing Filthy Frank to Joji. He's so happy, and now he's so sad.
Oh no. All right. Well, I don't know when we're doing another episode, so
I'm free literally always.
Podcast at golandsaucer.net. I don't check the emails. It's broken. I don't do it at the website. It's broken.
I don't pay for the server.
I do pay for the server. It's coming up for renewal in July, so Might have to make some tough decisions there. So hopefully we get Alf back next week. Wesley, as always, just good to have you, and we're more than welcome to come on until you go to Japan. Then when you go to Japan, I don't know what you're gonna do. You're just gonna 2 in the morning.
I'll pay for good enough internet to do the same thing.
I thought Japan was made of internet. I thought that's how it worked.
Yeah. Everyone, you have like a little plug-in on the back. You ever seen Ghost in the Shell? It's kind of like that.
That's what I thought.
It's just the actual future.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Japan was the future. I thought they were living in the future.
By about 13 hours, it's the actual future.
We know everything's in a vending machine. Like, everything's cool. Like,
yeah, everything's cool. There's no racism. Utopian society. Poverty doesn't exist.
Not for Japanese.
Yeah, but you're also not allowed to have guns.
Yeah. I haven't had to need one yet, so.
I went and looked at guns today.
That's an interesting sentence.
I was picking up
lunch. You shoot the virus, Joey?
No, yeah, pow, pow, pow. Get out of my... You can't tell me how to live. I'm not afraid of you.
You cough, I shoot.
No, I was picking up lunch, and I noticed the pawn shop was open. I was like, all right, I'm already walking on this sidewalk. And
you're like, I want a $100 guitar.
And so I popped in there, and like I was like, I'm gonna look at these guns. And I felt bad for window shopping, but like... I'm sure they were excited to have someone come into the store, I guess. Really weird that you could walk into a pawn shop, essential business, no mask, no...
It was so funny because when, like, Alachua County... I'm not going to say the business name, but there's a place I go to about once a week to buy some materials to make sandwiches with, right? So when I go there, the first time I had gone there, sort of during the quarantine, they had a sign on the door that said maximum occupants 3 people, like 3 customers, which like makes sense for like the Alachua County. And then the laws came out for the state of Florida, and the next time I went, they had a sign that said maximum occupants 10 people. I was like, wait, what happened? How are we fitting this many more people in this store?
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah. The line at the grocery store next to my business is insane.
Chick-fil-A is insane.
At least they have like the car delivery and all that stuff down. It's fine. Yeah. It's just a nightmare of people wanting to get Chick-fil-A.
Just not worth it.
I've eaten there 3 times. I'm really not happy about that. But it's efficient.
Yeah.
Go anywhere else. It's not efficient. All right, boys.
Kyle doesn't relate to this. He just actually cooks like a functioning adult. Bastard.
No, because I had to go find what was it? The
gun.
No, that sauce. I can't remember the name of it.
Gochujang.
Yeah, I had to go find that. I had to go find that.
And then I used it to cook the same meal that I'm going to cook tomorrow. I'm currently desiccating chicken skin, like as we speak.
Oh my god!
It gets to the point where like you'll send me pictures of you just making like big pots of food. I'm like, I wonder if I just like ask for some of that. If I just get that. But
someone's just over here starving.
It's just entirely possible.
The issue is that like I also live with my parents, so I'd be like, Kyle, set enough aside for 3 adults.
I also
we had a whole thing going for that prior to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. And
3 best friends?
Sorry, that is a fucking Game Grumps reference because they'll demonetize you if you.
Oh, you're right. So yeah, before the Backstreet Boys reunion tour got announced and everyone started getting tickets for it.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, we'll just get ingredients, which that got me interested enough in cooking that I'm now attempting to cook.
Do it.
I'm going to buy my least favorite thing tomorrow just to practice cutting.
How did you? I think you've watched Kyle cook enough. You could at least attempt it.
I made some pretty decent stuff.
The worst thing that happens. The worst thing that happens is you make something that's terrible tasting but edible.
Right.
Like
that's not the worst thing that happens.
That's definitely not. I'm pretty sure you can burn down a house like grease fires.
The worst thing that happens is you make somebody sick.
Oh yeah, right. You get food poisoning. But I mean, it's like I think once you reach a certain level of competency in cooking, the worst thing that happens is you just make something that tastes bad. And it's probably still edible.
If you're cooking a thing that has the potential to make somebody sick, buy a fucking thermometer.
Right, just cook the shit out of it. Just like
cook it to the literally like humans have documented.
They're like
the temperatures at which you can eat fucking things that'll make you sick.
Right. Fine. Oh, this 165. Let me put that at 170. It'd be a little dry, but you won't get sick. Well,
if you just cook it to 165, it's fine. They said 165. Just
you Kyle's the like now Joey. They say 165 because the thermometer doesn't work and it's 164.
No.
It's not like
Yeah, if only we
You're gonna die
damn.
at 164.
Joey, if only we knew the temperature at which water turned to ice, that way we could calibrate it. Damn.
No, I don't try. This man-made device.
Joey's that guy that, like, if I'm cooking him the pork chop, he's like, "Hey, wait a minute.
A little pink in here.
I heard that you gotta cook pork to the same temperature you gotta cook chicken to." And I go,
Oh,
Like, that's
"There's actually a couple of schools of thought."
Pork's 135. Fuck you. It's 145.
Yeah.
Yeah, beef 135, pork 145, 165 for poultry.
Fuck you,
There you
fuck
go.
you. I cook steak to 125.
You'll cook steak?
It's true. I don't know. Last time I got a steak at your recommendation, it made me sick.
That's just not true. You were fine.
It was at a restaurant.
Oh,
It was fine. You weren't sick. Fuck.
You sure you just didn't get the meat poops? Because that happens.
You got the
I got the meat swibs.
you got
All right,
meat
so like,
boobs.
are we talking about poop now? Can we do this
No,
really quick?
let's not talk about poops.
Oh, okay, crap.
You can talk about the essence of being an upset tummy.
All right, I'll say this really quickly. For years, I grew up hearing about like spicy butthole whenever you eat like Taco Bell and stuff,
Alright, that's
and
good.
I never experienced spicy butthole. I just thought it was a meme, and then like very recently, like over like the last year, if I just eat spicy food, I just get actual spicy
okay.
butthole now. It is the worst thing in the world.
Did you just never eat like raw jalapenos?
No, like I ate hot food. Like
No,
a lot of
raw
spicy food.
jalapenos will definitely like do it for you.
Just grab yourself some cream cheese.
Get yourself some gochujang.
You're just gonna grate some cream cheese, right? You're gonna just like maybe emulsify it a little bit.
All right, with what?
Get it to a consistency in your fucking hands, like I'm miming right now.
No, I mean emulsifying with what? Like cream cheese is already a thing.
Yeah, I know, but like you're just like getting it to a fucking consistency that you're emulsifying it with
He's
the
just
oils
telling
in
you
your
make
hands.
butt
Then
paste.
Okay, go.
you're gonna be a dick about it, and then you just take that and you put it right on your butthole.
Yeah.
Or you could just be
Not eat
fine.
spicy food? I don't
Just
know.
no. It's just your body reacting to the oils. passing through.
Wipe with baby wipes. Don't be
There
stupid.
you go. No, there you go.
Nair one wipe wonder. Clean out the trap.
Baby wipes, higher tier than toilet paper. Bidets, highest tier of.
Oh my god! See, we're trying to get out of here. And we're talking about bidets. My in-laws sent bidets, and I was like, no, that's just flooding my fucking bathroom with my kids. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Joe-
for
Joe,
you that's
give me your
probably not. Do you have a bidet, Joey? Do you have a bidet that you're trying to sell?
No, I'm not trying to
Joey,
sell it.
I will start a bid war, and Kyle doesn't have a job.
I don't give a
Well,
fuck.
I got Trump money.
I
I'm opening
did.
bids at $1,200.
Wesley did get the Trump money, and I did. So
I didn't get no
1,200
Trump.
wings.
Turns out, being a college student, even though you have a job and had to pay taxes, if you're a dependent, get fucked.
1,200 wings. You
Whale,
just,
please.
just order one from Amazon.
You got the? Did you eat your Richard Dixon Fun Bucks?
I mean, I'm spending.
Ooh, smells nice.
it smells good.
All right. So,
This is a crack mansion.
we'll get Alf to figure out when he's going to be available. Hopefully, we'll do more episodes. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to get the rhythm back.
This is the Golden Saucer finale.
That's it.
No, the finale would be much better. It'd be me talking about how much I hate everyone. I hate you.
And fuck
I hate
you.
you.
And
Fuck
I hate
you.
you.
It's that scene from Half Baked when Scarface
Yeah.
quits the burger place.
You're cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Just the other day you said you'd never seen that movie, and now you just have. Did you watch it
Him.
last night?
Quarantine.
Oh, him? Okay.
You.
No,
Joey, I still
You.
haven't seen the video I stole from you. Me? No, I've never seen Half Bag. I just know that scene. That scene's very famous.
You don't even know about Dave Chappelle's plan to go on a cheap date? Oh my god.
I was born in 1996. I couldn't have functioning thoughts until I was like 6. I would just put in 2002. What do you want from me?
Oh my gosh.
I had to deal with like frosted tips, man. That was my childhood.
I frosted
frosted tips?
I frosted the tip
I
of my
frosted
beard.
tip- How do frosted tips look on red hair?
Non-functional, but like that's my point, right? Like,
Oh, you dye them blonde, then you dye them like blue or some shit.
okay, you definitely don't die. Whatever.
You bleach it, it'll turn blonde, and then you dye it blue.
I can't do that now. It's all falling out. I can't risk it.
You'll be fine.
That's how this feels.
I don't know what you guys are
You ever,
talking
you
about.
ever just see somebody with hair and you're like, you motherfucker.
I see those pictures of Will when he had long hair. I was like, what the fuck? Why did you cut that off?
Will used to have beautiful hair.
I was like,
Maybe.
keep growing that. What are you doing? The government.
Long, beautiful hair. He had long, beautiful hair and a long beard. That's the Will I remember.
My brother recently shaved his beard for the first time in more than a year and a half. but he kept the mustache and he waxes it. It is quite the look.
I have to trim my beard because like it's getting to the point where it like clumps up the mask. So.
Oh, dude, I have to fucking like spin it around and then like tuck it into the mat. Like it's.
I gotta like kind of push it all back. Ugh. It's.
Anytime where I have to touch my double chin, I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
I just don't go outside a lot.
Fuck, I'm
That's
fat.
Hive.
just get the thing like you wrap around the top of your head like you got a fucking
Like a bonnet, like a,
no, like you got a fucking sore tooth like from the 19
oh,
fucking
the
hundreds.
old timey like a meat, like a steak slapped on the cheek. Yeah.
Fucking Tom and Jerry. Yeah.
Yeah, like oh my tooth, like really, like yes.
Nobody knows.
All right, boys. Have a good night.
But...
Bye, everybody.
Bye.